Hey, my name's Georgia. Welcome to your practice. I've designed this class to be one that you can come to take a quick pause in a busy day or a busy week or a busy month. My intention is that it's a class that's there that you get a moment where your bubba goes to sleep, or you can, you have a break at work or something like that, and basically you can come to this class and take a very quick pause and a moment to attune to your body and to your heart. These moments of attunement to the heart and to the body, I really feel and believe it's like one of the most important practices to do to establish a deepened sense of awareness within ourselves and a deepened connection to our deeper truths and our, as corny as it sounds, like our heart's calling and our intuition. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start with a little attunement here. So just taking one hand onto the heart and one hand onto the belly, and you can either come into a kneeling position like me, or maybe into a cross-legged position. You can pop yourself on a bolster or a block, whatever you like. Come into a comfortable seat, place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Close down the eyes and start to direct your attention in. Begin to just observe all layers and levels of yourself and see what you find. What can you find first? What's the first thing you notice? Is it a thought? Is it a sensation? Is it a sound? Is it a feeling? Just notice, observe, and then move to the next thing. What else can I find? What else can I feel? It's beginning a process of self-inquiry and attunement to all layers and levels here. So not just connecting to the breath, or just being aware of the thoughts, or just being aware of the sensations. Just allowing space for any and all of these things to come into your awareness. And just noticing sensation by sensation, thought by thought, emotion by emotion. Just noticing with awareness and compassion. And with this awareness now, setting an intention for your practice. What is it that you need from this practice this evening or this morning, whenever you're utilizing it? What is it that my body needs? What is it that my heart needs? Setting your intention and taking a slow, deep breath into that intention. Fill up. Open the mouth and release. 2 more like that, anchoring into that intention on the breath in. Surrendering and handing it over on the breath out. 1 more, deepest inhale yet. Open mouth, release, let it go. Good. On your inhale, sweep your hands out and up, lift your hips off your ankles. Eyes can stay closed, or maybe take the gaze up to the hands. Good. Exhale, take the hands to the heart, sink the hips back down, find a child's pose. Walk your hands forward, chest and heart forward, child's pose. Take a breath in and a breath out. And on your next breath in, start to come onto all fours, hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, breathe in. On the breath out, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. First down dog, just take some time here, about 5 rounds of breath. Stretching out the backs of the legs, bending through the knees, wriggling the hips. And again, attunement. What can I find? What do I feel? What do I need? Go through any movement that feels good here, just to really arrive into your body and anchor onto your mat. Good. Take a deep breath in together, sink up. On your breath out, roll forward, so your shoulders come towards the wrists, and then drop your knees to the ground. Exhale, child's pose, untuck the toes, sink the hips back. Good. On your next inhale, walk your hands towards you, lift your hips, reach through the arms, gaze goes up while eyes are closed. Squeeze the back body, squeeze the booty, press the hips forward. Good. Exhale, sink the hips, hands go through the center of the body as you fold in and down, child's pose. On your next inhale, hands and knees. On the next exhale, down dog. Let's keep going. One breath, one movement. Inhale, shoulders come over wrists, drop the knees, untuck the toes. Exhale, child's pose. On your inhale, lift the hips, reach and rise through the arms. Drop the shoulders as the hands reach up. Maybe bend back slightly further this time, mindfully. Exhale, back to your child's pose. Good. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, tuck toes, lift hips, down dog. Continue. One breath, one movement. Inhale brings us forward and the knees down. And the exhale takes us back, hips back, arms forward. Continue inhaling, reaching, rising. Slight back bend here. If that feels good for you, press your hips forward, squeeze the back body. Exhale, child's pose. Beautiful. Keep going at your own pace, breathing in, taking you through one movement, breathing out, and taking you to the next posture. And it can feel really nice as you go through these postures with this breath to continue that self-inquiry. And maybe to continue that self-inquiry, it feels really nourishing to close the eyes, so you kind of close down the external world and our vision, that sense of sight, so that you can really direct that awareness and that vision to the internal landscape, the internal world. How does my body feel? How does my heart feel? What's here right now? What's present in my body? What's present in my mind? What's present in my heart? Good. Continue. We're going to do 3 final rounds here. Continuing that self-inquiry, one breath, one movement. Beautiful. Continue your final couple of rounds. I'm going to finish. This will be my second last one, just so you have a rough estimate of timing. Deepened breaths guide each movement. Breathe first and then allow the body to follow the breath. Last one. Good. Let's all meet on all fours, hands and knees. And go straight into some cat and cows. Hands shoulder width apart, knees hips distance apart on the inhale. Lift the tailbone, lift the chest, slide the shoulders back. On your out breath, draw the pubic bone forward and under, round out through the spine. Good. Continue at your own pace. Again, the breath guides the movement. As you begin the inhale, the body follows. And as you begin the exhale, the body follows. Good. Next breath, come to a neutral spine. Inhale, extend your right leg back behind you. Find length from the hip through the ball of the foot. On an exhale, slide your right knee under your chest and step your right foot in between your hands. Good. On an inhale, press the hips forward, draw the chest forward, shoulders go back, opening into the hips. And on your out breath, send the hips back. As you send the hips back, start to walk that right foot, right heel forward a little, and then peel the toes off the ground and take them towards the body. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, bend into your front knee, press the hips forward. As you draw the shoulders back, gaze goes up. And on your out breath, send those hips back. Walk that right foot forward a little and then peel the toes off the ground. Good, one more and then we'll stay. Inhale forwards. Notice how the hips feel. And on your breath out, come back, walk that foot forward, come onto the heel. Good, once you're on the heel here, see if you can just gently draw your right hip forward, slightly left hip back. And then feel as though you're pulling that right, or it's like you want to drag your right heel towards the body. You're not going to actually do that, but it's just this gentle action of drawing that heel towards the body. Good. Let's find a half lift here. Press through the fingertips, lengthen through the spine. On your out breath, bend into the elbows, fold your chest in and down. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Gaze goes forward. And on your out breath, fold in, fold down. Final one. Inhale, press through the fingertips, lift through the chest. And exhale, bow in and down and take a pause. Good. Again, just notice, how does the back of my leg feel? How does my hips feel? How do my shoulders feel? Is there any tension that I'm holding in any part of my body now that I can soften? So maybe a really normal one that people hold tension is without realizing is the jaw. So can you soften the jaw? The eyebrows, can you soften the eyebrows? The forehead, the mouth, the eyes, the shoulders, soft. Good. On your next in-breath, take the hips forward again. Take your right foot to the ground and then step it out nice and wide to the right side of the mat. Left hand to the ground. And then take your right hand just above your right knee and use that hand to peel the hip open. So roll onto the outer edge of that right foot and your chest will be twisting towards the right slightly. Good. Long spine, lean back slightly. Open hips. Good. Take a breath in and a breath out. Beautiful. Stay here, or on your next in-breath, sweep your right arm forward, up and around. Bend your left knee, catch your left foot. Good. Again, really nice to lean back here. Create more space for the body to open. Breathe in. And on your breath out, release the left foot. Take your right hand to the ground, walk your right foot into the center of the mat, and then press the hands down, slide your right leg up and back, and then drop your right knee to the ground. Child's pose, take big toes together, knees wide. Press your hips back, arms forward, forehead to the earth. Good. Stay in your child's pose. I'm just going to tie my hair up quickly. And as you stay in this child's pose, continue this practice of self-inquiry. We've connected to the hips and the back of the leg here. Created a little more space and a release of tension. Now how do I feel? Has anything changed? Has the quality of my breath changed? The quality of my thoughts, my emotions? Just continue that practice of turning in and being so aware and present with exactly what is. Good. Now walk your hands to the right side of your mat. You can take them as far as feels good for you. And really lengthen and extend through that left arm, left hand, and then take it on top of your right hand. You can also just keep them side by side if that feels better for your body. Then drop the head and really sink into your left hip. You should feel a beautiful opening into left side body all the way from the hip up to the upper arm on the left side. Breathe in. Breathe out and stay. Another breath in. On your next breath out, walk your hands through center, all the way over to the opposite side, taking the arms to the left side of your mat or off your mat, left side of the room. And again, either stacking right hand on top of left or keeping those hands side by side, your choice. And then lean into that right hip as you lengthen through right side body. Send your breath into your right rib cage, breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Good. Take one more inhale. And on your exhale, walk your hands back to the center of the mat. Roll forward, all fours. Good. Left side, same thing. Inhale, extend your left leg back behind you. Find space from the left hip through the left ball of foot, belly in. On your exhale, slide your left knee under the chest and step it in between the hands. Good. From here, press your hips forward. Bend a lot into your left knee. Draw the shoulders back. Gaze goes slightly up. On your out breath, send those hips back as the left heel starts to walk forward. And then peel those left toes towards the body. Good. Opening that back of the leg. Inhale, coming forward. Flattening the foot as you press those hips forward. On your out breath, send the hips back, sliding that left heel forward and then folding in and down over that left leg. Good. Last one, and then we hold. Inhale, press the hips forward, shoulders back. On your out breath, send it back and in. And again, once you kind of get there, play around with maybe sliding that left heel a little further forward. And once you've done that, then draw your left hip back slightly, right hip forward, just creating a neutrality in the pelvis. And then let's take some half lifts here. Press through the fingertips, lift through the chest. On your out breath, fold in and fold down. Doing this, we're just supporting the leg and slowly opening, slowly releasing, inhaling, lengthening. Exhale, softening. And we're also directing the brain to this area of our body. So that it's aware of what's happening and any neural pathways that are sort of interconnected with the intensity or the tension in the back of the leg can now be released with present awareness. Good. The back of the legs also is where the bladder meridian runs. So if you feel agitation arising in this posture, know that's really normal. The bladder meridian governs anxiousness and excess worry and fear. So when we connect with the back body and start to release tension there, a lot of the time people become a bit agitated. It's normal. Use your breath to support you in coming back to safety and telling your body that it's safe. Good. On your next breath, flatten the left foot. Draw the foot back down and then take the foot nice and wide. So as wide as the mat, that left arm will come to the inside edge of your left leg. Press your right hand into the ground. Use your left hand to peel open your left hip, coming onto the outer blade edge of your left foot. Nice and long spine, open chest, lean back slightly. And as you lean back, you might be like, oh, I need to move my hand further back too. Good, more space. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now stay as you are, or with me on your next inhale, reach your left arm forward, up, around, back, bend your right knee, catch your right foot with your left hand. Again, lean back, find space, long spine, breathe in. Stay for the breath out. One more breath in. And on your breath out, release the right foot. Slowly take your left hand down. Walk your left foot into the center of your mat. Kick your left leg up and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come onto all fours, hands and knees. We're going to come into melting heart pose, or also known as puppy pose. So I want you to, we're going to walk the hands forward from here. As you walk the hands forward, lean the hips back slightly so that the hips don't come too far forward. We want them to ideally stay stacked over the knees. So hips ascending back just gently as the arms walk forward. Melt your chest, your heart to the ground. Taking the forehead to the ground or the chin, you choose, whatever feels best for you and your body. Good. So you should feel a really strong opening to the sort of in the underarm areas, into the shoulders and into the chest. And here we begin to engage with the heart meridian and the heart energy. So a beautiful posture to now attune to the heart, presence and awareness to the heart. Good, and as you sort of just direct your attention there, start with that practice that we started our practice with, which was just notice. What can I notice here? Is it just a sensation? Can I feel nothing? Is there some thoughts now that are coming up in my mind? Is there some emotion that's there? Just notice and see what you can find. And if there's nothing there, like if you kind of try to direct your attention to the heart and you can't seem to discover anything, just know that this is totally okay and normal and fine. We're just starting to build that bridge. So the first step is to just start the practice of turning your attention to the heart. And then as you start to do this more regularly, you'll begin to find more information. It's just a process that takes a little bit of time to build that communication of the subtle layers of the heart into the mind. One more breath in. On your breath out, just slide the hands back and come onto the forearms and very gently walk your forearms in and then lower your hips to the ground. Good. So take your elbows a little bit further forward. So they're just in front of the shoulders. And then forearms to the ground, hands to the ground, lifting through the chest, Sphinx pose. Melt your shoulders down towards the hips and lift the chin, breathe in. And on your breath out, take the chin to the chest. Good, breathe in, lift the chin, keep the shoulders down. On your breath out, turn your chin in and up and straighten out the back of the neck. Good, one more like this. Inhale, lift the chin. And exhale, drop the head, draw the chin in and up and hold. Good. So again, the back of the head and the neck is also where the bladder meridian runs. So we're actually activating the top half of the bladder meridian here, so from the hips up to the head. And again, if any agitation starts to come into the mind, turn to the breath. Deepen the breath, make the breath a little more audible, and bring your total presence and awareness to the breath. And this should help you soften the thoughts, soften the agitation, and remind your body that it is safe. Good. Let's go the other way. Inhaling, gazing forward. So it might feel nice to lift the chin further here, but for some people that puts too much pressure in the lower back. So if that's you, just take the gaze forward. I prefer the gaze forward. Good. And you can have a soft, gentle gaze forward or just close down the eyes. Good. And we're also opening through the chest here, so maybe it feels good to continue that process. I'm getting bitten by something. Continue that process of attunement to the heart. Maybe you can see how the heart's feeling about something in your life that's feeling really intense right now, a challenge, a period of growth, something that's making you uncomfortable. Maybe turn to the heart right now and just see if it has any insights for you, any offerings that will support you in just having a little more information at the end of this practice. 3 more breaths. Take a deep breath in. And on a breath out very slowly, because we've just held 2 very strong back bends. Slowly lower your chest to the ground. Take your feet nice and wide, turn the toes out, and then stack your hands, drop your forehead onto the back of the hands. Good. Feel the weightedness of the pelvis into the earth, holding and grounding you. And allow yourself to be completely held and completely supported in this moment. If you feel inclined to take a deeper breath or to take a sigh or a yawn, please allow your body to do this, because this is just your body's way of releasing deeper layers of stress. So if you feel that pull towards one of those options or any other options, just honor your body and follow its call. Good. From here, we're going to come into a child's pose. Very slowly, bring those legs closer together. Take the hands to the earth. Press yourself back. Child's pose. Let's keep the knees together this time. Unless that doesn't work for you and your knees and your body, you can take the knees wide and then take the arms down beside you. It's rebounding the spine, taking it in the opposite direction to what we just had it in. On your next inhale, take the palms of hands to the ground. On your next exhale, press through the ground and lift through the chest. Slowly taking the spine into a straight position and either staying in a kneeling position, or you can come into cross-legged position or pop yourself on your bolster or any props. And then finishing the way we began, taking one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. What can I feel? What can I notice? How does my head feel? How does my heart feel? How does my body feel? And the final inquiry here is, what did I learn? Through this process of self-inquiry, in this moment, in this pause, this practice of pausing and attuning, what did I learn? Maybe you found it challenging to attune to the body and the thoughts and the heart today, and if you did, that is totally okay and totally normal. Just notice that and take that as something to learn from your practice. I found that a little tricky today. Maybe I can do this practice again and try again, or maybe I need more of this or more pauses to be able to attune and connect. Let's take a deep inhale, reach your arms out and up. Stretch tall through the arms. Palms together, out through the mouth, hands to heart. Bowing head to hands. Through all of our challenges, our struggles, our periods of growth, grief and pain, may our hearts stay open and anchored in a deep sense of trust and knowingness. Thank you.